Welcome to Game Night in the Region, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point on the Region Sports Network, streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, regionsports.com, and the IHSAA Champions Network. We come to you tonight from Crown Point High School as the Region Sports Network features Indiana High School boys basketball as the Michigan City Wolves comes in to visit number 5 in the state of Indiana, Crown Point Bulldogs. Michael Brenner here on site in Crown Point, the hub city, along with my dad for the broadcast tonight, Ron Brenner. How's it going, Dad? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. It's good to be here. It's a little bit cold outside, but it's nice and warm here in the gym.
It is toasty here in the gym. Yeah, the weather not too great outside. Hope you all are safe at home and in comfy clothes tuning into this high school basketball game, because we know you're not watching any college football. That's not the important game tonight. It's this game here tonight between the Bulldogs and the Michigan City Wolves. Stay off the roads if possible. They are not fun, no matter what part of the region you are in right now. So tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. We saw a good JV matchup between these two teams, and now a varsity matchup between Crown Point. I mentioned number 5 in the AP polls here in the state of Indiana. Not a bad place to be if you are the Crown Point Bulldogs right now heading into conference play.
Yeah, we're getting later into the year here. We're turned the page. We're into January, end of February sectionals. This is where guys are trying to put the little last topping on their game to see what they have. Crown Point knows what they have. They got several double-figure scorers, so they're feeling good right now.
Well, and you're coming in 7-0 if you're the Crown Point Bulldogs, and you're getting into the stretch of the season now where now you're starting conference play. So no conference games as of yet until you get here tonight, and the Duneland Athletic Conference is always one of those. You never know who's going to be able to. It's kind of like the Big Ten. If you're a Big Ten fan, there's really a wide open as to who it might be. It could be a Portage team. Portage pretty good in the DAC. Chesterton, you never know with them. Maryville is always a shot as well. Then you got the Valparaiso Vikings. Lake Central under 500 as of right now, but once DAC play starts, that could change. In this Michigan City team, 5-5 coming in on the year. They're on a 5-game losing streak after opening up the season 5-0, but new year, 2025, let's see what happens. You never know.
Yeah, we're here just to have some fun and see what you can do that's a little bit different than last week. We turned the page to the new year, and we're getting ready for sectionals in less than 2 months.
It's very quick in how fast this season flies by here in the state of Indiana. Feels like the holidays are over. Then I was like, okay, we're about halfway through the basketball season already, but we are officially in 2025 now, so excited to get this one going. Michigan City under first-year coach at the helm for Larry Upshaw after coming off a couple of regional championships in his tenure over at 21st Century, his 4th season overall as a head coach. Not a bad position. You get rid of your coach, or not get rid of, but you lose your coach from before. Now you have a coach that has proven with a track record in a lower class. Now you come up to Class 4A and see what can happen here. So, you got Michigan City. Yeah, they're 5-5 on a 5-game losing streak, but you have played some pretty interesting talent. Yeah, you've played East Chicago, you've played Penn, you've played teams in South Bend, you've gone to Michigan to play teams. That's not too far for them. There's just right up north for Michigan City. But at the same time, you're playing some good talent. So when you come back to Indiana, get into conference play, this is one of those question mark teams. Yeah, 5-5, but what is it going to look like come conference play? And let's face it, you and I talked about this in a broadcast earlier. Whether you're a fan of it or not, it is what it is. Your regular season record really doesn't matter come the end of the year. You're going to get a chance to play in sectionals. You want to play your best basketball going in there, and it starts right now.
Right. That's what we talked about before. There's no seeding like Illinois has based on your record. Everyone goes to sectionals, and conference play is a whole different animal than just regular season games. You know the kids in your conference. You've played with them in the summer. You've played against them in the summer. Some of these kids have seen each other for almost 10 years now. So they know each other in and out, what they can and can't do.
And we've seen some coaching changes in this particular conference the last number of years. Obviously, Coach Upshaw here now at Michigan City. So, and then Coach Sexton at Lake Central in his second season. There's plenty more you can talk about around the DAC, but one constant in the DAC for the last number of years. In fact, it's been the last almost 20 years as Coach Clint Swan. He has seen almost everything you can think of here in the Duneland Athletic Conference. Over 400 wins in his illustrious career. He's getting close to 30 years as a coach overall after spending time over with the Andrean 59ers and over at Frankfurt as well. So he just collected his 400th win as a coach not too long ago against the Munster Mustangs. Talk about a team or a coach. You know, we had the Munster Lake Central game to kind of wrap up the 2024 year. Talk about two coaches that have been staples here in Northwest Indiana, Coach Hackett, and then you got Coach Swan, who ranks 20th all-time amongst active coaches in terms of wins currently in the state of Indiana. That's pretty high praise.
Yeah, and your kids know that what your accolades are as a coach. And it's much easier for a team to buy into a program when you know your coach is a winner. It's a proven fact in Munster. Those kids, even as middle schoolers, they know, well, I'm going to high school, I'm going to have Hackett, they win, period. Crown Point's the same way. These kids as middle schoolers fall into this program, they know Swan's a winner. That's where I want to be. They're not transferring out. They're not trying to go to some other school. Some of them transfer out because they move. But most of them, all along as a child, this is where I want to be.
Well, and that's one of the things when you do have this consistency with a coaching staff, they're able to build up the younger programs that you're talking about tonight. AAU night. All the AAU kids in the Crown Point system get to come in for free tonight to watch the game. The players, the varsity players after the game tonight, going to go sign autographs. We were talking before the game tonight when you and I used to go watch the Morton Governors play because you wanted to go watch your coach in his final years, and then eventually Coach Marcinek would take over, his son, who's now the principal here at Crown Point. I remember going to those games, and if you had, before I understood how school systems really worked, if you had asked me, if you want to go play basketball, where do you want to go play? Well, we went to Morton Governor games all the time, so I would have said I want to go play for the Morton Governors. When you buy into when you see those programs and as a younger player, and you see what these kids do, especially when there is success, like we're seeing right now with this Crown Point team, and the same could be said for Michigan City. I mean, they have great facilities over there at Michigan City. A lot of these kids, when they go through these programs, and when you have a coach that's been around for a long time and builds the program the way they want it, there's a lot of success, and we're seeing the repercussions of that for a team like Crown Point.
Yeah, the AAU kids that are out here, even their parents know who the other coaches that their kids are going to be playing for. They know. There's no shock. It isn't a big turnover. Back in the day we went to see the Morton games. Coach Marcinek I had, then his son. I can remember his son being in the gym when we played. Every Saturday he'd be in there dribbling and shooting around as a little kid. Then he comes out to be a coach for Morton. Then he coached. Now he's a principal here. It's still in his mind basketball.
For sure. All right, we're going to step aside for just a few moments. When we come back, we'll have the opening line. We'll give you the starting lineups and then the opening tip on the other side of this break. You are watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual card, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowell Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowell Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at the number 4.
First home, dream home, forever home. Tech Credit Union has the right home loan for you. Their loan officers could help you purchase a home, refinance your current mortgage, or unlock your home's equity to get cash out for any purpose. Let Tech Credit Union show you why they are the better option for a home loan. Learn more at www.techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union is an equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA.
And we welcome you back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Just concluding the national anthem here at Crown Point High School, done by the Crown Point Pep Band. Nice job by them. There was a nice little presentation for Coach Swan and his 400th win as a head coach at the varsity level here in the state of Indiana. Not an easy thing to do, so congratulations to Coach Swan on that. One of the best guys to talk to. He is more than accommodating, always wanting to know how things are going. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for the Michigan City Wolves as they head out onto the floor. First out is number 0, Anthony Murphy, a 6'5 senior, followed by number 3, a 6'4 junior, Terrence McCray, along with number 5, Jaron Upshaw, a 6'3 junior. And now number 12, Taquarion Van Buren, a 6'4 junior. And then number 24, Keegan Cowgill, a 6'7 senior as well. So a few seniors in there with a junior lineup for the most part. 3 out of the 5, excuse me. And now for the Crown Point Bulldogs. And we'll get excited here inside the facilities here at Crown Point High School. It'll be first out, number 2, Kingston Rhodes, the 5'8 junior, one of the 3 members of the starting 5 that are scoring over 10 points a game. Then at number 10, the 6'2 junior, Mason Darrell, followed by number 11, the 6'1 junior, Bryce Peters. So number 11, Bryce Peters, coming out right now onto the floor. We appreciate you tuning in to this broadcast here today between Michigan City and Crown Point. Next out for the Bulldogs, number 23, the 6'6 junior, Dikembe Shaw. And then the lone senior in this starting lineup, the 6'4 senior, number 30, Quinn Bagley. So ready to tip things up here at Crown Point High School. Mayor Pete Land of the Crown Point Police Department are proud to support the Crown Point Bulldogs athletics and say go Bulldogs. Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. The Crown Point Bulldogs hockey team returns to Bulldog Park Saturday, January 11th for a game against Zionsville. The puck drops at 8:30 p.m. For a complete schedule of games, visit cpbulldogs.net. So it should be a fun one from Bulldog Park tomorrow. Our Economy Electric Heating and Cooling game night forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Very cool 26 degrees outside, cloudy skies. There was snow falling when we came into the building. Roads were pretty nasty as we are ready to tip this one up, and it's going to be controlled by Michigan City as it stays in bounds in the backcourt there. Appreciate the game night forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping it cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. So for Michigan City, go ahead, Dad.
Crown Point starting here man-to-man. They're not even switching. They're sticking with their mans even on the handoffs. It's two young teams, so we'll see what's going to go on here early.
See, now that you're going to be officially doing the broadcasting a little bit more often now, you got to come up with your own, like a Bill Raftery, a little like, Miniman. You got to figure out your own little style here as Murphy with the jump shot from the left elbow gets it to go for the first points of the game.
Yeah, Murphy just got right around him, got right into the lane, a quick little 8-foot shot.
Darrell on the cut gives it up to Peters, who puts that one in.
Yeah, Peters on the back door, caught Michigan City sleeping. Easy layup.
He was right on that right block on the opposite side from where we are today. So Murphy with it at the top of the key, just above the Crown Point Bulldog logo. They go left to right on the floor. Giving it up now to Van Buren. Off to the corner with McCray. McCray dribbling with the left hand. Now crosses over. We're going to have a foul here against Michigan City away from the ball. I think they called it on Van Buren. We'll wait to see the official marking here. And I think from our vantage point, they did say 12. So it is Van Buren with the early foul for Michigan City. Not something Coach Upshaw is going to be happy with. Darrell puts it up for three from the left side. No good. Rebound comes down to Michigan City. It's getting corralled a little bit awkwardly down there, but they do come across with it as Murphy comes across the timeline. Again, left to right on the floor. Another backdoor cut, this time for Michigan City, but it doesn't fall as Calgill couldn't get that one to fall from the right block.
Calgary went backdoor right away. They didn't even wait to pass the ball around. He had an easy shot, just a little bit too hard off the glass.
Shaw from the near side going for the three-point basket. Tries to sell the miss on the three-pointer. Doesn't get the call, though. And then from point-blank range, trying to put that one up for the Bulldogs. Was Begley. And there's going to be a foul underneath. And now the foul is going to be against Shaw for the Crown Point Bulldogs. So both teams with a foul. Murphy gives it back to McCray here, who will bring it across the timeline in just a moment for Michigan City. We're all knotted up at 2 early on here. Murphy with it in the left wing. Now back up to Van Buren at the top. Now off to the right with Calgill in the right wing. And he dribbles with his left. Now Murphy back here. Dribbles between the legs. Crosses over. Stops it just outside of the paint. Able to regather his dribble here. Kicks it out to the left side right in front of the Crown Point bench.
Yeah, Murphy had
started to lose his dribble, does lose it, but it stays with Michigan City, goes out of bounds. They're saying that's off of Crown Point, so it'll be Michigan City ball underneath their own basket.
Yeah, Murphy, little crossover, got right to the basket. Good help defense by Crown Point. Cut him off, cut off his path to the basket.
That would have likely have been Shaw, I believe, who had that help defense. Pulling up for three in the corner, airballs it. Shaw comes down with the rebound, passes it ahead, picking it up on the way for the layup up and in is going to be Kingston Rhodes, who gets the long pass and the early bucket.
Yeah, the outlet right to half court. That's your big man looking right off the bat to see if guys are cutting.
But the wherewithal of the Crown Point team to get back offensively is a huge get for Crown Point as well. Another backdoor cut, trying to put that one up. I believe they might call a foul. Are they going to say goaltending? But Oakley was still going up off the floor here.
Yeah, Rhodes in the back, trying to prevent that layup.
So Kingston Rhodes going to be called for the foul. That's 2 for the Bulldogs here this quarter. And going to the free throw line is Upshaw. And as many of you, I'm sure, are familiar with the Region Sports Network, we will crown A few awards at the end of this one. We've got the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game that we will award. Crowell Companies are proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court. Upshaw does hit that first free throw. And with 5:08 left to go in the opening quarter, he gets his spot to the charity stripe for the second attempt. And it is up and wraps around, no good. So 1 of 2 from the line for Michigan City here. Bagley gets the bump, but gets the bucket instead after he gets a little bit of a bump, no call.
Yeah, quick outlet on the rebound that they were running. There's Murphy right to the basket again. 8-footer, just no good.
Just a little bit high there, or long on that shot. Rebound comes down to Upshaw, though, so it's going to be a keep here into the corner for a 3. Hits just off the front iron, taps that one out of bounds. And they're going to say that's going to be Crown Point ball. It was McCray who had attempted that 3-point shot. We'll have a check-in here. Looks like it's going to be Nick Stewart checking in for Michigan City, and Upshaw will head off. Mason Darrell riding through the paint, kicks this one out of bounds, and I believe
it was tipped by Michigan City.
They say it was tipped by Michigan City, and I think Coach Upshaw was saying, hey, hold on, wait a minute, but the official right in front of him in the backcourt said, nope, there was a tip. Peters looking for the inbounder, gives it up to Bagley. Bagley has it stripped out of his hands. Rhodes off the left block, gives it to Upshaw, tries to swing it on the skip pass. And there is just awkward movement here by the Crown Point Bulldogs right now, but they are able to keep set in the corner. 3-point attempt, no good. Bagley trying for the rebound. It kicks off, though, and that's going to be
off his leg.
out of bounds. And they're going to say it's going to stay here with Crown Point.
Yeah, Shaw reached over while Michigan State was starting to go, and it went right off his leg.
But I tell you what, there was no panic in Crown Point. Things were looking very awkward. Little jump shot here just inside of the free throw line for Peters. He gets a bucket.
Peters inbounds it, goes right to where he inbounded it, and the guy just handed it off basically for a little 8-footer.
You know, we talked about there's 3 individuals that are scoring in double digits for this Crown Point team. But one thing that they can also do is they definitely share the basketball. Already 3 different scorers for Crown Point in this one as well. We'll have a traveling call here against Michigan City.
Yeah, changing his pivot feet down. He was down on the block trying to get a shot up. Crown Point's defense just right on him.
So a little full court press coming up here. A little 1-2-2 press here. Always executed so well by the Villanova Wildcats in college as Mason Darrell from the near corner knocks down the first tray of the game. And it's a big run for the Crown Point Bulldogs, which leads to Michigan City calling a timeout to stop this run by the Bulldogs. 11-3 your score, and it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll step aside. You are watching Game Night of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowell Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowell Company's Insurance Professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here along with Ron Bradner. Happy to have you with us this matchup tonight. Our first broadcast of the 2025 calendar year. We kicked off 2024 together, too. We didn't have a bad year, right?
Yeah. That wasn't too bad.
You got to retire. I don't know what you're going to do at the end of this year, but just maybe another nap or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's the king of those now.
Yeah.
Oh, I already got Zach Miller laughing. Here we go.
Retirement's a great thing, man.
I'll let you know in 80 years when I get to do it.
So Stewart came in for Michigan City.
Murphy down on the block, pushing his way through, and they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring Crown Point. Ironically enough, Zach Miller was just asking about that. And yep, the arrow is facing Crown Point. Now it'll go to Michigan City, so the possession with the Bulldogs here at home. Shaw with the bounce pass over to Bagley at the top of the key. Here comes Peters inside the paint, turning off the block, off the window, and in. Peters already 6 points in this one.
Yeah, the little handoff right at the free throw line, worked his way to the basket. Little shuffle step there, had a nice layup.
So Murphy trying to find somebody coming in on the left side. He does get Cowgill over there.
Yeah, Cowgill cutting right to the basket. Found him. Nice little layup backdoored.
That was a bucket that the Wolves desperately needed here. Skip pass into the corner for Bagley. Pulls up for three and knocks it down. He hesitated a little bit, and I think he was just kind of waiting for the defense to come up and pressure him, and they never did, so he said, okay, I'll shoot it. Spinning, finding up to the lane, the cutting, McCray.
McCray,
really nice move.
Filling the lane on the opposite side of the dribbler, wide open for a layup. Nice pass, nice cut to the basket.
So that's one thing that Michigan City is doing well on the offensive side. They are spreading the floor, which is opening up those lanes right off the bat.
Right.
For guys to kind of cut back door. As Darrell, meaning the defense, taps that one out.
Yeah, Darrell missed it, stayed with it.
And Rhodes able to get a point off of it, a bucket off of it.
Yeah, he stayed with that missed shot and just flicked it back out like the big guys.
And now McCray on the other end with a little jumper.
Yeah,
Michigan City
right,
not waiting any time. They're just going down and scoring real quick.
Yeah, he took it right down. I think they were waiting for Murphy to bring the ball up, and he didn't.
Darrell losing his footing there, but they're going to call the foul.
A block on the floor.
But it's going to be against McCray. That's one of those tough ones because it looked like Darrell was kind of Mason Darrell was losing his footing a little bit, but because he was falling into the defender was trying to stop as well. Gets called for the foul.
Yeah, it's a little bit different in high school than the NBA. If you're not set, you're not getting it on defense.
Well, there's no defense anyway in the NBA.
But they'll all say they were set. And as a coach, don't ever ask the player if he needs to review it on, because no one ever fouled.
Nobody ever does it. Long shot put up for Lux, no good. Lux has checked into the game along with Henderlong has checked into the game for Crown Point.
He had a real nice look right at the top of the key for a three, just a little bit off, rimmed in and out.
Long three put up from the wing, just short for Stewart. Lux delays going across the timeline, gives it up to Darrell, now gives it up to Shaw, who lays it in. Shaw with his first bucket of the game.
Yeah, you talk about filling the lane right down to the basket for an easy basket.
Crown Point up the floor, putting this one up and in for Henderlong. They are sharing the sugar.
Yeah, Shaw coming up the right side, looked right, threw it right to the left. The guy had a wide open basket.
Six different scores for Crown Point already in this one with 27 seconds to go. We'll have another foul here.
Henderlong going to get called on a little block, trying to prevent the drive.
Nope, this is going to be against Crown Point. Oh, yeah, you're right, Henderlong. Excuse me. Yep, my bad. So I'll have another check in here. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll have the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. 20 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Cowgill gives it up to Murphy at the top of the key. Murphy dribbling with the left hand, now between his legs. Cuts to the left side, right off the block, meets the defense. No charge or block call, but a swat from behind. And now Crown Point with a chance for one last shot here. Lux gives it up. Little right-handed hook there for Mulaski to get the final bucket of the first quarter. And that one will count. So 24-9 your score at the end of one. We go to a timeout. You are watching Game 9 of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here along with Ron Brenner. Getting started for second quarter here at Crown Point.
That's the way you want to end of the quarter. Murphy was driving to the basket. Henderlong comes from behind and swats it. Nice clean block. Quick outlet, right for a basket. And then the quarter.
Trying to see if they have a points per quarter on their stat sheet. They do not. I'm sure it's somewhere that I just didn't print off, but it'd be interesting to see what they are quarter by quarter shooting percentage-wise, because right now it's looking pretty good, as that's going to be a travel against Michigan City as they had the opening possession.
Yeah, Stewart had the pass that he wanted. Crown Point overplayed it and kind of drug his foot just a little bit because he realized he couldn't make the pass.
Michigan City trying to come in here tonight doing something they haven't done in quite some time. It's been 6 seasons since they have beaten the Crown Point Bulldogs. Last doing so on the 23rd of January back in 2018. 3-point basket offline for Henderlong.
Yeah, he lined it up, just didn't get it. Nice bounce pass underneath the basket. Even a nicer pass to the other block.
As Van Buren gets his first bucket of the game, and it comes in the second quarter. So now Crown Point not playing with any of their starters from the starting lineup to start, except for Mason Darrell in there, who puts the jump shot up, no good. This one tapped out. Michigan City with a chance to make this a 10-point game with a made 3-point basket. But it looks like they're trying to play a little inside game here now. As Murphy was cutting to that right block. Hesitates, puts it up. Is he going to get the and one? They are going to say and one.
Yeah, nice cut to the basket. They had the ball down on the block. Murphy just waltzed right down the lane. They get it to him, gets the body contact, and one.
So Murphy gets the bucket. He will go to we have a timeout taken, I believe. Yep, we have a timeout taken. So we will wait to see a 30-second or a full. It'll be a 30-second, so we will keep it right here on the Region Sports Network. We talked about some of those awards we're handing out. Make sure you stay with us after the game, as we'll name the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, presented by the Region Sports Network. Also, don't forget to visit regionsports.com, Facebook /Region Sports Nation, and Instagram for this week's Powering Indiana Peak Performers, presented by Nika IBEW, powering Indiana of Lake County, the region's most trusted electricians. Well, I'm sure you're going to see a few members of the team here, for both teams here today. It's been a little electric, especially for the Crown Point Bulldogs, as they lead 24-13, just starting up the second quarter.
Yeah, I thought we might have had the play of the game already, but Shaw didn't hammer it down. I thought maybe when he got that breakaway on the nice lead pass that he'd have hammered that down and got this crowd just going crazy.
Yeah, he left with the little finger roll, though. He'll take that.
It was sweet.
He's gonna save the theatrics maybe for sectionals or something like that. He doesn't want to show off the skills too early. Leave the fans wanting more.
I think we got some popcorn down the sideline here that the officials are trying to sweep away so that no player falls on it. That's the last thing you want, is water or popcorn or something on the floor and have a player twist his ankle unnecessarily.
Yeah, maybe the fans down there just thought, maybe the officials didn't have dinner because of the 7 o'clock start time. So yeah, they don't really see. I mean, they would just have somebody come out here with a broom or something, like, hey, sweep this off, but they got it. So Murphy to the line to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play, and does so.
Michigan City started with a full court press there, but all they ended up doing was man-to-man full courting it up there. I thought there was going to be a trap right at the free throw line.
This one going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Crown Point. They were trying to feed it over to Henderlong there on the cut, and Henderlong's looking at the official going, hey, he's getting me on the arm a little bit.
Yeah, Lux just in the defender reached in just a little bit, but Lux, I think if he'd have bounced past that, would have got to his man a little bit easier.
Shaw looking for his guy, and he has the long inbounds pass into Peters. And some people might be thinking, well, hey, that's a backcourt violation. No, you never establish possession on this side of the floor just because you're inbounding on this side. Oh, Shaw underneath, turns around and puts it in. Dikembe Shaw.
Yeah, Shaw came down the baseline from one side to the other. Easy basket.
Well, just as we said, there is a broom making its way out towards the popcorn area that we were talking about. It's Michigan City here now, trying to get something going on their side.
Oh, Michigan City trying to get it to the post. Crown Point playing fantastic defense there. Henderlong with a good block outs it right to the 10-second line.
Lux trying to feed inside. It's going to be tipped out. They're trying to feed into Bagley. But good defense there from Van Buren from behind.
Yeah, I think Lux would have a little more success if he throw the bounce pass where the guy can't reach over the shoulder.
And if he does, it's going to be a foul.
Right.
Inbound into Shaw. Henderlong off to Bagley. Bagley from the wing. Now Lux. It's Crown Point. Will be patient. They will make sure that they get a good shot off. They don't need to rush anything with the lead that they have. Bagley feeding it in. Lux onto the cut for Bagley. Got swatted out of the air by McCray. Nice move. Yep. Nice play set up. And now off to the baseline, trying to come up underneath, putting it in. Nice move, Isaiah Smoot.
Yeah, that McCray block, dribbled it all the way down, got all the way to the basket, and the assist.
Tell you what, that set play for Crown Point just now, that minus the no basket, really nice setup. As Henderlong here from the near corner for the three, airballs it. Flying down the floor is Stewart, trying to go coast to coast. Regathers his dribble here, hands it off to Murphy, goes on the left block, lays it up with the left hand, can't get it to Coe, trying to get the rebound, going back up with it. Van Buren, they're going to call a tie-up, and it's going to be Crown Point ball.
Yeah, Murphy not happy with himself. He had the easy layup down the left, just rolled off. But Michigan State, they stayed with the ball, got the rebound, and then a jump.
So we'll have a check-in here for Michigan City. Make sure he checks in with the scores. I may have already done so and then had to go back to talk to his coach. But
yeah, I think
I think it was Van Buren who was staying in the game. He wasn't checking out here.
Yeah, I think they thought he ran from the scores table right in, but he had actually ran to talk to the coach.
It was somebody else coming off the floor. Davis with tough defense on Mason Darrell. And we're going to see the foul from behind. Darrell sold it well. Davis right up on Darrell. He's making sure that he doesn't have any opportunity to get the basketball here. Even with Darrell just walking around, Davis saying, no, I don't think so. Now the pass into Peters. So one thing Michigan City doing well here, they might be overplaying a little bit, but it is in your face aggressive defense, and I'm here for it.
Well, they've cut the lead to 10, so
I'm not saying they're not fouls, but it's right up in your face, making it really tough for Crown Point. Henderlong with a jumper from the left block, good.
Yeah, I don't think he realized as open as he was too. He started to turn and face the basket, realized, whoa, the defense kind of fell asleep there.
Yeah, Crown Point, when it comes to their defense, I mean, and this is the traditional style you would see, sagging off just a little bit. And then once they kind of get into the three-point lane, then you start getting in the faces a little bit, cutting off those lanes. Long three put up for Smoot, no good. We'll have a foul called here. And is it against Davis or is it against Cowgill? It is going to be against Cowgill, I believe.
Yeah, Peter's got to give Murphy a step. You don't want him just blowing by you on the drive every single time. So he's giving him a step and then expecting help if he should still get by.
3:55 to go in the half. And a physical one here for Crown Point. It's Darrow flying down the floor. Henderlong here at the top of the key, looking to his right. Finds Peters. Peters now at the top of the key. Darrow in the left wing. Baseline, kicks it out. Henderlong to Shaw. And trying to get those quick passes. One thing that Michigan City's doing well, though, is even though these are quick passes, as Bigley goes up, meets the contact, and puts in the bucket.
Yeah, they move the ball well around the outer perimeter, and then they watch for cutters.
Well, what my argument would be is that Crown Point is passing the ball very well, very quick and methodical, which is normally, if this was, say, a 2-3 zone defense, and we'll have a charge call here against Murphy. That'll be his first.
Yeah, he lowered his shoulder a little bit. He had the easy basket there, just trying to get a little bit more than he could get.
Yeah, the passing for Crown Point has been spectacular, but Michigan City's also doing a really good job of still getting to those passes and kind of cutting off any type of dribble drive. We'll have a foul underneath again. This time it'll be against the Bulldogs here, and I think it's just for the blocking out.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be against Bagley.
Bagley putting his arms out to not let his guy by. He's got. Swan's not going to like it, but Bagley had his hands down instead of his hands up. Your hands have to be, if you're going to block out, your hands have to be above your elbows.
We got a 30-second timeout called here on the floor. So 30-16 your score right now. We had cut it within 10 just a few moments ago, but then Crown Point just doing what they do. They go on these nice long scoring runs. That's what Michigan City's going to have to do, is try to prevent big scoring runs to happen for the Crown Point Bulldogs and try to get a little bit of a run of their own, and they can do that. We're seeing it here. They can score quickly.
Yeah, Michigan City has several guards that can drive to the basket. When Murphy gets to the basket, especially on his left side, he's left-handed, he's pretty smooth. They just took away a basket there that would have cut it, to 12 on an offensive foul. He lowered his shoulder. But Michigan City is really, really quick on the defense. Playing man-to-man to move as fast as the ball is moving is really, really difficult. You can throw the ball faster than you can run with the ball.
Yeah, but they're being very successful getting right to it on those passes. Probably one of the quicker teams I've seen in a little while. So with 2:50 left to go here in the first half of the game. This one picked off by McCray, or out of McCray's hand. But Darrell gets fouled from behind, who was going up to try to lay one in, and he got fouled from behind and was denied the one-handed jam. And I didn't see, was it McCray that gets called for the foul? Yeah, it's going to be McCray who gets called for that foul. That'll be his second, I believe. First free throw down for Mason Darrell. Leading scorer on this team, 14 points a game.
Yeah, they really get out on the break. When they realize they have the steal or the rebound, they're running. First two free throws for Crown Point.
Keeping the pivot foot down is Smoot. Smoot from the three-point line gets it to go. Yeah, Smoot had something to say for the student section here for Crown Point as Darrell tries to answer. The rebound comes down to Porter. Another three-point basket up for Peters, and this time it's good. He's got 9 points in this one. Trying to fly ahead. This one picked off. Going up, laying it in, and there's a foul for an and one.
Yeah, Peters just took it all the way to the basket. The defender didn't really have a shot and still made body contact.
So Smoot is going to be called for that foul. The bucket is good once again for Peters. That's going to put him in double-digit scoring with a chance for one more here. So he's at the line. And it's good for the old-fashioned three-point play. Peters averaging 9 points a game. He's already in double figures in this one here in the first half. Murphy off to Smoot.
Crown Point went down into a zone.
Stolen away by Peters and up and lays it in with the right hand.
Yeah, he just caught that pass up at the top of the key up there where Michigan City was just trying to get it from side to side. extended that zone just a little bit further.
14 points for Peters in this one so far. Long range three on the money and down for Stewart. They weren't falling before. They're starting to now as the points are racking up as well. Already 62 points scored between the two teams. Henderlong kicks it off to Porter. As we got guys hitting the floor. Henderlong on the right block. Jumper. Knocks it down. An underrated point opportunity.
Yeah, had him on the block. Just a little pivot, step back.
Another long-range three that's going to come up short. Henderlong with the rebound.
Peters slowing it up a little bit here.
Henderlong in the corner. Tries to feed it down to Peters inside the paint. He's going to have to turn. Fire. It's going to be off the hands from Molaski. Molaski stands 6'6", sophomore.
Well, that looked like that was blocked and then tipped by Michigan City, but they're still going to get the ball.
That's what Mason Darrell's trying to argue, like, hey, it was tipped off of somebody else. It should be our ball. 25 seconds to go here in the half. Michigan City wanted to try to pull a little bit closer with this one. We'll have a foul here after Darrell.
Yeah, Mason Darrell thought he had picked that guy's pocket. He was scooting down by the scorer's table telling him he could find his wallet at the scorer's table, but the official wasn't having it.
So Darrell gets called for the foul. That'll be his first. We got guys trying to check into the game. Officials trying to say, okay, you're going to stand here, check in here, and then we'll let you know when you can come in. The guys get a little bit too focused on, coach said get in the game, so I'm getting in the game.
Yeah. Well, there's only 16 seconds to go. You don't want to be late. That's
Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy just couldn't get any separation at all.
He's trying. This one kicked out. Time running down. 3 seconds. Murphy, he's going to run out of time. He doesn't see the clock. Too late.
Great defense.
That was phenomenal defense.
Henderlong just stayed between him and the basket the whole time.
So halftime here, 42-22, your score. We'll be back in just a moment. We will have a Commissioner's Corner on the other side of the break. You are watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, welcome back. Happy New Year. I hope your holidays went well.
Coach, had a great holiday break, Christmas and New Year. Got to spend a lot of time, and we've talked about got to spend some time with my grandkids and watch them enjoy Christmas and the holiday season. And I spent a lot of time away from home, and it was good to be back home and enjoy the simpler things for a few weeks.
Well, now that you're back in the office, it's time to play basketball in our state. So it's getting ready to snow this weekend. So I think it's a harbinger of what's to come because we have tournaments coming up. We'll be playing girls basketball state finals before we know it. So why not bring the snow?
You know what? It's going to snow and it's going to rain and the sun will come out and we always figure it out. And, the worst thing that happens is we have to postpone a game or two for a few days while we wait for the weather in Indiana to clear up. Then that's just the way it's going to be. But hopefully the rest of the state can take a little lesson from our friends in the northern half that are used to larger amounts of snow and get this thing cleaned up and get those buses fired up and get them back on the road as quick as we can. But let it snow. We'll enjoy it when it's here.
All right, bad weather notwithstanding, we have an historic weekend coming up. The first girls' state finals competition in the history of the IHSAA, as we mentioned, coming up this weekend on Friday. What a great, great day for female student athletes and families in our state.
Yeah, this has been coming for quite a while. You know, we've been watching not only nationally, but watching girls wrestling grow in the state of Indiana. And, you know, we had over 1,700 girls wrestling in the state of Indiana last year, and we're well over 2,000 this year. And so this Friday, we're going to have the beginning of the first girls wrestling state championship with the sectional round throughout the state. And just a few short weeks, we'll be at the fairgrounds at the Coliseum, and we'll be celebrating that state championship there.
It's a great venue. I was just there doing an IUPUI basketball game. It's a fantastic venue, and quite frankly, everyone ought to be excited about it. And, you know, I'm to plead ignorance, I did not realize we had 2,000 young ladies competing in this sport. The popularity is unbelievably strong around our state.
We've tried to provide opportunities and meet the kids where their interests are. And, you know, we've done that with girls wrestling now, and we're doing that with boys volleyball this spring, and girls lacrosse is on the horizon. And while it's not an emerging sport yet, we've seen significant growth in one of our favorite sports in Indiana, which is football. Girls like football is continuing to grow in our state.
It's a tremendous opportunity for young ladies, so have fun. Sectionals begin, and girls wrestling for the state finals coming up on Friday. Paul, we're back in action this weekend, back in the basketball season for boys and girls. They had great opportunities and were incredibly busy over the holiday season. It just seems to me we continue to have more and more holiday tournament-type action around the state.
It does. You know, when we expanded the schedule to 22 games a few years ago, we saw an explosion of holiday tournaments throughout the state, and it's incredible how many games just happened over this break. And, you know, we still have some tournament action going on into the new year now. A lot of conference tournaments don't play until January. But, you know, Coach, one thing I do want to give a shout out to the work that you do on your show on Friday and Saturday night, because it's such a great place for fans to tune in and learn what's going on in the state and follow their team and what the scores are around the state. And, you know, nobody does it better than you and your team as people call into the show. And thank you for doing that, because that's part of what promotes what we do.
I appreciate the kind words, and I certainly appreciate the promotion. This is, again, another one of our weekly conversations with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidigan. Paul, I'll look forward to doing this again next week. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading to heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network. Mike Brenner here along with Ron Brenner. Halftime here at Crown Point as the Bulldogs are up on the Wolves of Michigan City, as you can see on your scoreboard there. Both teams, 7 different scores, so both teams are definitely sharing the sugar, as Coach Steve Lavin would say.
Yeah, when you run as fast as these guys are moving, it's a tough man-to-man defense. They move the ball well on offense. You're going to get tired. 8 minutes quarters last a lot longer than you would think. You would think, oh, big deal. They're only running for 8 minutes. How tired could they get?
Well, you'd be surprised.
Up and down a basketball court in 8 minutes when you're running up and down 50 times, you're a little winded.
Well, let's take this for a piece of information. So Crown Point averages about 68 points a game, 68.1. That is 24th best in the state of Indiana. Michigan City scores just a tick under 68. They're at 67.8, so that's just below the 24th in the state of Indiana. There is some scoring here around the state of Indiana. The problem for Michigan City is that they're giving up just about 66 points a game, whereas Crown Point is giving up only 47. So they have one of the best differential margins in the state of Indiana as well.
Yeah, Michigan City can definitely score. And 22 at halftime, it's kind of a deceiving score. They've missed a couple shots that I know Murphy wanted to hit, and some of the other guys thought that I should have hit that. You know, they're looking at themselves thinking, I'm better than that.
Yeah, the leading scorer for Michigan City right now, a tie between Anthony Murphy and Isaiah Smoot, and that's just because of a three-point basket. So both guys with 5. The guy that's running the show right now for the Crown Point Bulldogs is Bryce Peters. He's got 14 points already in this one. Quinn Bagley with 7, and then Colby Henderlong, who comes off the bench, with 6. So if I were to count up here, so 8 points off the bench for Crown Point.
And 8
points for Michigan City. I didn't think about that before we came back on the air. But man, oh man, it's basically been a track meet. And the one thing is that Crown Point is just taking advantage of the turnovers and mistakes that Michigan City is having. And both teams really doing a great job of rebounding as well. Yeah, there's a couple second opportunity chances for both teams, but it's kind of limited. It's really a one and done for both teams.
Right. The offensive rebounds, there's few and far between, and that's more on the shorter shots that the same guy's getting his own rebound, or someone right there is getting a rebound when somebody's man comes to help.
Yep.
Then that his guy is now getting an offensive rebound. Michigan City just doesn't seem to be putting him back in.
All right, we're going to step aside for just a moment. You are watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual card, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowd Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City. Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowd Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowd Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Getting ready to start the second half of this matchup. First of the year, the Duneland Athletic Conference for both these two teams. Conference play starting. You've got other games going on around the conference as well. Some of those matchups tonight include LaPorte over at Lake Central. Portage playing Valparaiso tonight. That should be a really good one over at Valpo. And then tomorrow night, you've got the Maryville Pirates and the Chesterton Trojans. You can watch that one right here on the Region Sports Network. Andrew Mild to be on the call of that one. So starting up the second half here, Michigan City with the basketball. They will come right to left now on the floor. So Murphy on the far side, just in front of his bench, riding that baseline, hitting that left block, cutting right inside the paint, leaving it short, and fighting for the rebound here. It'll be Crown Point ball. So Van Buren just left it a little bit short.
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. Nice little pass right to the center of the lane, 6 feet from the basket, just came up short. That cuts into the lead if you hit those.
I'm telling you right now, though, if I was another coach in the area, especially over in sectional number 3, this is not a Michigan City team that I would want to face because, yes, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but this is looking like a pretty impressive team. They are quick. They can score at will, it feels like, at times.
Yeah, they move the ball really well. They have backdoor cutters.
And great defense there to prevent a basket here. And that's going to be a double dribble. Yeah, that's just he saw the defender coming from behind and just kind of made the slight mistake there for Van Buren.
Yeah, I think he was looking for the pass and then realized that he wasn't going to make it. McCray wasn't even really looking. They were still way in the backcourt.
Well, then he saw the Crown Point defender coming from the back area who had fallen on his backside on that last possession here as Rhodes getting a little bit of separation there. And it's going to be on the floor. So we're going to see the foul here for Upshaw for Michigan City. First for Michigan City. Bagley now around the perimeter. This one picked off by Murphy. Murphy going up and laying it in.
Yeah, anticipated the ball coming back around. Crown Point moves the ball well around the perimeter. Murphy just anticipated that pass, swatted it down, and took it to the basket. Nice pass, cut into the basket. Got too far underneath the basket.
Rhodes for 3. Off the mark. Shaw coming down with the rebound. Bagley almost picking it up. Now it's loose again. Shaw does come up with it. Oh, feeds it to Bagley. That's one of those beautiful looking one way, but finds somebody on the other side of the floor.
Yeah, Shaw is really good at looking off the defender.
I like the no call there. A lot of body contact as Bagley kicks this one out, but McCray comes up with the steal. Murphy with Shaw all up on him. Gets the ball away. It's loose. And now Michigan City gets it across. McCray now for a three-point basket that knocks down for Cowgill. If Michigan City is going to get back into this, which they are starting to, this is where you're going to have to do it. Skip past to Darrell. Now Rhodes at the volleyball line.
Yeah, Michigan City really, really active on the defense.
Shaw from the elbow, no good. So here we got the stops coming for Michigan City, and Murphy. Now the three-point basket as on the kick-out. Rebound coming down to Van Buren, but he had it poked out of his hands. Shaw with the bounce pass over to Darrell. Darrell pulls up for the 3 and hits it.
Yeah, Shaw, great hands defensively. Michigan City had gotten the rebound. He just basically took it from him, dribbled at the half court, made one pass, easy wide open 3 because he pushed the ball quickly.
That last possession for Murphy, would you have rather have just, even though he stopped with the guy in front of him, would you rather have seen as Cowgill knocks down another 3 here? That's 6 points here in the half already. Really try to drive to the basket on that one to try to get the points?
Yeah, I think because Murphy got one blocked that he's a little more timid, but yeah, I would rather see Murphy take it all the way.
I feel like he has the strength for it.
Yeah, I mean, Crown Point's help defense is just superb. Shaw down on the block, you got to like that.
Shaw trying to sell that shot there and gets the foul call.
Yeah.
You got a dictionary over there? He's superb? He's got a thesaurus.
Shaw pulled that's an NBA move, the little swing through. You know the guy's going to be reaching. He was more worried about drawing the foul and going here to the free throw line.
Was that on McCray? Did they call that on 3? I'm thinking he's the one kind of. So McCray is the one called for that. I believe that's his 3rd. And Shaw knocked down that first free throw, by the way, and knocks down the second as well. He's got 6 points in this one, having a quiet game, but still heavily involved. Cowgill with another 3 opportunity, hits the back iron, and now falling down, they're going to call a jump ball. And it's going to be Michigan City ball.
Yeah, Rhodes, as soon as he got that ball, should have pivoted away from the defender so he couldn't reach in and tie him up. Both teams super active defensively on the rebounds.
The inbounds play smothered, trying to get this one to go up. No call. They have been letting these guys play as Rhodes goes up, and there's going to be a foul there. That was a lot of contact. Had to call that one as Calgill coming in for the block. And that's going to be on Calgill.
Yeah, Rhodes put that ball up right to the basket and then pulled it back, drew that foul.
And I would say that was good that was a clean play for a little while. Then the hand started to come down, which is where the foul came, because you can kind of use the body a little bit as long as you're straight up. But you have to be able to come down. Everybody's got to come down properly.
Yeah, I think when Rhodes pulled the ball back, that's when the defender reached for the ball, and that's where they're going to call the body.
So missed the first one, makes the second one for Rhodes. Again, we got awards we're going to hand out at the end of this one. We've got the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. They're proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court. We've got the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game, earned by Boilermakers Local 374. And the Proud Union Home Play of the game, presented by the Region Sports Network. Feeding this one into McCray. He's up, and it's going to be a foul, but no bucket on the drive to the basket. Yeah. That's what pretty much anymore, and it's not all the time, but I would say the vast majority of the time, if you drive to the basket, there is going to be a whistle, and you have an and one potential opportunity as long as you can make that layup.
Right. If you can make contact in the air, this is high school, they're going to call that for the offensive player every time.
So going to the line and knocking it down is McCray. And if you can do me a favor real quick and double-check who they called that foul on again.
Rhodes.
On Rhodes, okay. Kingston Rhodes, thank you.
And then he came out of the game because I think he has 3 now, right?
I have him for 2, but he might. Knocking down the second free throw is McCray. So he's got 6 points on the day. And this will be Peters bringing this one up. Zach Miller working our production tonight, doing a great job. This one kicked back out to Bagley. Shaw thought about the 3, steps up, puts it up, hits the backboard, and no good. Bringing it up the floor now. Long-range 3 again, and we're seeing a lot of long-range shots for Stewart. A little stop-and-pop action as Shaw driving his way to the basket. Little Euro step almost action. He gets that one to fall.
Yeah, so there's your good old-fashioned coast-to-coast. He gets the basket, gets the rebound underneath the basket, takes it all the way because nobody stopped him.
And we're going to step aside on the full timeout. You're watching Game 9 of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Got Michael Brenner here along with Ron Bradner. Told you Zach Miller's doing the production today. He's also our coordinating producer. Does a fine job.
Yeah, they might have called.
Clint Klaus working the camera tonight, doing a good job as well as always, bringing you the pictures when we can. And then Martin Murillo Jr., also our intern here, working, kind of getting the ropes on the camera and the production, learning all the aspects of the broadcast here today.
Yeah, they might have called that other foul on Shaw.
Okay, so maybe not on Rhodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the corner of the gym here, so we can see one scoreboard but not the other. We can't see the fouls.
Stewart on the left side, giving it up. Smoot now back to Stewart, driving the baseline. Had it kicked off his foot.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a Crown Point possession.
Shaw, unbelievable help defense all the way up to the 18-foot three-point line and then all the way back to the baseline on the drive.
Bagley back to Peters here. Peters with Smoot playing to his dribble side. He gave up just a little bit of room, and now he's trying to get right back. And Peters having no trouble really getting to that right side when he wants to, even though he's trying to play him off of that. Shaw rolling to his right, tries to cut the defenders, and we're going to have a foul inside. He tried to get to that block. But that was when I asked you earlier, that's kind of what I was thinking Murphy might do in the future is try to just drive to the basket, split the defenders if he can.
Right. If you can get all the way to the basket yourself, these passes when you're so close, there's so many guys playing defense.
Pass right inside to Darrell, who gets the bucket.
Yeah, they basically caught the defense sleeping there. He just lobbed it over their heads. Darrell caught it underneath the basket, just laid it right back in. That was a really nice pass.
So back to a 20-point lead for the Bulldogs, and that's something that I'm sure they're going to be seeing a lot of over the course of this year. And trying to play a little bit of a tougher schedule. Made it all the way to semi-state last year. And here's the thing, they did move. So when you come to the Crown Point Bulldogs, they did change sectionals, and I believe that foul is going to be against Henderlong. So they did change sectionals. So they are no longer in that gauntlet known as Sectional 2. They are in Sectional 1 now for the Crown Point Bulldogs, which features the Munster Mustangs, the Morton Governors, the Hammond Central Wolves, and the Lake Central Indians. As Stewart is at the line after that foul, Stewart knocks down the first free throw, and that sectional is going to be at Lake Central this year. Smoot, excuse me. Yep, Smoot knocks both of them down.
Michigan City still picking up full court, man-to-man, not just letting them walk it up the court. They got to do something to change the tempo here.
And one of the things, and you can talk to this as well, is this one poked and trying to save it inbounds, and they do for the turnover as Murphy trying to cut through the defense as well. He puts it right up, and it rolls right down. When he does attack the rim, he can do good things do happen. And we're going to have a double dribble here by Peters. I think Peters was a little confused as to what was going on with McCray as he hit the deck as well. There was a lot of contact there because even Peters is definitely shaken up. He is showing some discomfort. We mentioned this is going to be a very highly physical game from what we've seen so far, and the officials are kind of letting it play out a little bit, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we've talked about this on the air before, too. North of West Lafayette is a little bit different game than south of West Lafayette. It's coaches up north here have always complained when you go downstate, and the little bit that you get away with up here, because it's a more physical Big Ten atmosphere, you don't get away with downstate, and guys get into foul trouble.
We're going to have a foul away from the ball against Michigan City here yet again, and this time
Stewart, they're going to call him on some kind of block.
So a moving screen most likely.
Raised his elbows up, so that's good block in football, not so good in basketball.
Almost picked this one off, but this one is picked off after Rhodes and Shaw almost stole it as well. We'll have more body contact here, and at one point in this game, it was incredibly good rhythm and tempo to this game, and it has slowed drastically as everything's getting to because of the physicality. Now everything's getting called.
Yeah, you don't want it to get out of hand, even when there's this big of a lead. You just don't want one team to be pushing the other team around. Michigan City's just hanging. They're hanging and hanging. They're just not letting it go away.
So when tipped out, Michigan City trying to come up with a rebound. Murphy does.
Murphy misses.
Murphy going for three. Hits the front iron. It's rebounded by McCray. McCray trying to fight his way to the rim. Gets it up and gets the and-one call.
Yeah, Michigan City is staying with it. They're fighting for the offensive rebounds, and now a couple more are going back in.
And Begley going to be called for the foul. So I think what you're saying is we're just trying to pride ourselves up here in the northern part of the state. We're just a little bit tougher.
Well, it's a different game.
I'm taking that pride. We're tougher here in the region. Can't complete the three-point play. Was McCray. So Crown Point, Shaw. And we'll have on the floor, it's going to be a blocking foul, and I believe that's going to be if it's against McCray, it's going to be a tough call. I believe that's going to be his fourth.
Yeah, Shaw took it right to him, a little bit of contact. 6 years from now, that's going to be an and one.
So the foul is on the floor, so I don't know how many. I wasn't keeping track of how many fouls. You know how many fouls this quarter?
6.
We're at 6. So this is an automatic 2 free throws for Shaw as he knocks the first one down. So we will have so it's Murphy that comes out of the game instead of Shaw. I'm sorry, instead of McCray. Shaw misses the second free throw. That is the second missed free throw for the Bulldogs today. $1:20 left to go in the third. Smoot hands it off. Stewart in the corner. And we got a little bit of a push there, but not called by the official, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Crown Point ball. That's kind of a big missed push, in my opinion.
He was having a little bit of trouble containing the ball, so I don't know if they called the little body contact while he didn't have full possession.
It could have been it, but there was definitely looked like two hands on the body and some extension there from my vantage point. I could be wrong on that. So Darrell feeds it ahead, finds Begley just inside the paint off the block. Can't get the roll to go on the hook.
Yeah, those are the shots Michigan City was missing earlier on. Now Crown Point's not having.
Pulling up the three-point basket, knocking it down. That's a big hit.
Yeah, Van Buren just lined it up, put it in.
So Van Buren with the three-point basket. And we will step aside. You are watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Mayor Pete Land of the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, "Go Bulldogs!" Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. The Crown Point Bulldogs hockey team returns to Bulldog Park Saturday, January 11th, that's tomorrow, for a game against Zionsville. The puck drops at 8:30 p.m. For a complete schedule of games, visit cpbulldogs.net. That'll be a fun atmosphere at Bulldog Park there just off of the square. Shaw across the timeline, riding right down the paint, puts it up off the window, no good. Michigan City gets the stop they need. They have a chance to pull this within a 10-point game or even to single digits. Long
nice
pass.
breakup by Henderlong there.
Ball out of bounds. They're going to say it is off of Michigan City, and the whole coaching staff started to go a little bit bananas over there. But Coach Upshaw saying, all right, sit down. To be honest, though, I love that because that means that coaching staff is dedicated to their players. They're fighting for it just like the players are. A lot of contact there. Offensive foul by Darrell. As they're saying, he got that arm extended a little bit to have the separation.
I certainly hope that's not a makeup call because I called the wrong out of bounds play, and
I don't think that would be that because one's a foul, one's an out of,
right.
That's a little bit different. But at the same time, I feel like there have been some calls similar to that have not been called, right. And I'm okay if you want to not call them, that's fine.
Right, but don't change your mind now.
And we have another foul here, and this is likely against Michigan City.
And Murphy had a wide open cut to the basket. They had found him. He was laying it in. Some kind of illegal screen of somewhere is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, and I missed the number because we have the backs of the officials, so sometimes we get blocked from what number they put up. So we'll try to get that to you in just a second. Shaw gets it here. As back to Darrell against the full court press of Michigan City, who's trying to spread the floor a little bit here. A little box and one.
Peters back in the game here. Maybe try to control the offense a little bit better.
And that's going to be 5 seconds for Peters. And just the little things there, like Michigan City trying to get the ball for their possession, and Peters saying, "No, I'll give it to an official." So little things that can eventually get a little bit chippy.
Yeah, when you
5 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Sorry to cut you off.
When you cut from a lead from 20 down to 12, it's
Murphy with time expiring. can't get it to fall. But we go to the fourth quarter. Things are getting interesting here at Crown Point High School. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialist.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Well, welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter here at Crown Point High School. Another foul call right off the bat here to start the quarter. And then I see, did they say foul? So Upshaw. Okay.
Yeah, Peters has got him back door.
Peters with that jump shot to put that one down.
That's his first bucket of the second half.
And a traveling violation this time against the Wolves.
Yeah, Smoot just couldn't get his feet set.
So we were barely 20 seconds into the quarter, and we already had two whistles. Not for fouls necessarily, but just whistles in general.
Crown Point went right back to their starting five to start this fourth quarter.
Shaw trying to feed it down into the low post and able to keep that one. Going for the three, rattles around, no good. Bagley gets the rebound, puts it up, and there's a whistle. And he will go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, Bagley just out-hustled him. That's a 50-50 ball that Michigan City should have had the rebound.
So Bagley to shoot two. Knocks the first one down. His first point of the second half as well. That'll give him 8 on the night so far. Obviously still very early here in this fourth quarter, and anything can really happen. We've seen Michigan City go on some runs. This one rattles around, hits every part of the rim, and eventually falls down. So Michigan City wanting to push the tempo a little bit here.
Crown Point back to their man-to-man. Not going to let them just dribble where they want.
That one on the arm a little bit there. Darrow was aggressive trying to go for that one. Now fighting for the possession is Smoot. He's on his knees. He's got a whole host of Bulldogs around him. Now that's one of those situations where he's just left in a situation where he has no help whatsoever because he is just swarmed by the Bulldogs, and no matter where his guys go, unless he just throws it out somewhere and hope it happens to go to one of his players.
Right, and you can't stand up because
right, he has to keep his feet.
Something's already a pivot foot, and if you stand up, you have 2 pivot feet.
Cutting to Murphy here on the far side. They did call a jump ball, so it was possession to Michigan City. That's going to be a travel call there. He was trying to keep his balance, was Murphy. Now, and I'm looking over at Coach Upshaw. Coach Upshaw saying, just go up with it.
Right. He had the basket on the right side, felt like it was going to get blocked, so he brought it back down with himself and then for the travel.
Darrell for 3, hits the front iron. Rebound comes down to Cowgill.
Peters on the trying to get the steal.
Murphy on the left side gets that one to fall. That's a nice move for Murphy.
Yeah, he cut from the right side of the basket, used the basket as a shield for no blocking, laid it right in. Didn't have any worries. Felt secure enough just to lay it in.
Now Murphy there with the closeout. Shaw Trying to stumble his way there, but gets called with a foul in front of him. Shaw going up that time again. No, Peters. That was Peters, excuse me.
Yeah, inbounded the ball to the side, went right around, got it, dribbled all the way to the basket.
So Murphy was called with that last foul.
This one's going to be on Peters.
Peters called for that foul. That's at the second half. Just feels like we're stopping every so many seconds. Can't build a solid rhythm, and we appreciate you joining us here on the Region Sports Network, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point. Supplies Plus doing a great job helping us out during that Cal Ripken 10U World Series right here in the Hub City. Traveling call here against the Wolves.
Yeah, started to make his move before he was set. Didn't get the ball down fast enough, so they're going to call that every time in high school.
Inbound here, 5:48 left to go in this one. Bulldogs looking for their first conference win. We're looking for their first 8-0 start since the 2016-2017 season. Ball loose, picked up by City. It's quite the season for the Bulldogs that year. Started 8-0 before they finally lost one. Their second loss of the season, ironically enough, came to the hands of the Crown Point, or to the Michigan City Wolves. That was their second loss of the season that year. This one up, and I believe it's going to be against Darrell here. The call. It's going to be two shots from Murphy.
Michigan City just crashed in the boards.
Mason Darrell called for the foul, and Murphy will head to the line to shoot two. Knocks that first one down. Two for two on free throws tonight. And, of course, the announcer's jinx, and now he's 2 of 3. I blame Zach Miller. Shaw with the crossover towards that right block. Tries to pass it behind him, but unfortunately it was a Wolf that was there.
Yeah, nobody cutting down the lane for his help.
McCray had it smacked out of his hands. It'll be Michigan City ball.
Yeah,
just to the right of their basket.
Yeah, Peters cut him off down, trying to get to the baseline. He just forced the ball out of bounds. Smoot with just a little breather there.
Yeah, he checked out for Davis. Davis came in, gave us to Smoot. He turns up, had it blocked on the three-point attempt, so Darrell gets the block. Here comes Shaw the other way. He's got numbers, gives to Bagley. Bagley off the window, can't go. Shaw with the rebound. He'll go to the line and shoot two. 4:51 left to go in this one. So the foul called against number 24 is Cowgill. That is going to be his fourth.
They said third.
Oh, they said third. Okay, I thought you were pointing. I thought you were giving me the four as if it was his fourth foul. As Shaw knocks down that free throw there. Shaw is now 4 of 5 from the line tonight. I'm just going to stop talking about their numbers there. 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Still not bad. Darrell picks this one up. Gets a little bit of a bump from behind. Gets around. Gets his own collection there as he lost the ball. Bagley there to clean it up and put it back home. Well, if you can't try one way, try it a different way and see if it works. Long pass ahead for Murphy, and that goes over the head of everybody. Incoming.
I think that cheerleader in the second row caught one. Yeah, Michigan City trying to push it up. It's a good idea. Just a little bit too far.
Yeah, I know the score isn't looking good if you're a Michigan City fan. However, I'm not walking away here thinking that this is going to be a 20-point game. I feel like this is a team that's going to be, obviously we're only about halfway through the year, so there's still plenty of time for improvement. But I'm really impressed with a lot of things that this team does overall. I'm really impressed with Crown Point, obviously, and the points that they can put up. But for Michigan City, obviously the scoreboard is a little lopsided against them right now.
And right now they have to foul. They got to stop the clock. They have to get the ball back. They have to take chances, which will lead to some easy baskets. But they're fighting every minute of the game here. That's what you want to see.
But I like just the aggressiveness on defense. They are not afraid to be in your face. Yes, that leads to fouls from time to time. But the closeouts, the intercepting of lanes or cutting off lanes, it's very impressive. This one blocked away by Shaw.
Yeah, Shaw came from the weak side to help, waited for the shot to go up.
Smoot putting that one up. So 4:10 left to go in this one. Still Wolves basketball. And we'll have a foul before the inbounds. The fouls are just continuing to rack up here in this second half.
Shows both teams in the bonus, but
was that a
out of bounds still?
Player control foul too. I don't know if that plays a factor. It used to be one of those factors. Kick to the corner. So that was maybe the fourth foul. Now they're going to be in the bonus once that next foul happens. Oh, long pass ahead to Rhodes, who puts it in on the left side.
That was a nice pass right over the top. That's what you want to see your quarterback doing when your receiver's running wide open down the court.
Oh, nice cut down. 3 opportunities, still nothing to go there. Van Buren, tell you what, he's got a chance to, in my opinion, he's leaving a lot of shots short today, which once those start to fall, he's going to be a really impressive player.
Yeah, Michigan City is just missing some shots at 5 and 5. So maybe those were hitting beginning of the year, and they're just off right now just a little bit. They'll fine-tune that and get right back in.
Can't knock that free throw down for Upshaw. Free throw long. Shaw with the rebound. He is cutting hard down the floor, stopping at the three-point line. Peters kicks it out. Shaw, top of key, 3. Yes, sir. First triple of the night for Shaw. That's 9 points here in the second half alone, as that time Van Buren gets to the bucket. And we'll have a timeout taken. So Shaw, 9 points in the second half alone. 13 points on the night altogether for Dikembe Shaw. So 3:13 here. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, so Shaw hits that 3, comes back down, picks up the man dribbling, so he's not afraid to guard a small guy. He's not afraid to get in the lane for rebounds. He passes well. He can get a rebound and take it coast to coast. I don't know what more you can ask from a big man other than he can pass, he can shoot, he can dribble.
Well, the fun thing for both these teams is a lot of these guys in these lineups are juniors. So a lot of these guys are going to be playing again next year as well in this matchup. All right, Mayor Pete Land of the Crown Point Police Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, go Bulldogs. Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. The Crown Point Bulldogs hockey team returns to Bulldog Park Saturday, January 11th for a game against Zionsville. The puck drops at 8:30 p.m. For a complete schedule of games, visit cpbulldogs.net. And you are tuned into the Region Sports Network tonight, presented by Plet Supplies Plus here in Crown Point. One last check-in here. Yeah, the official ready to inbounds the ball was ready to go, and then the official right in front of the Michigan City bench says, hold on, wait a minute, we got one more check-in. And a little bit stronger of a press here, but Rhodes able to dissect it and get through it. Shaw here on the right wing. Off to Henderlong, now to Bagley on the right block, and they'll pass it back out to Peters. Still 3 minutes to go in this one. Peters nowhere to go inside the three-point arc, so he pulls it back out. Shaw, long, can't get that one to go. It was tipped, so they're going to say backcourt violation because Shaw is the one that touched it. It was not tipped. So the one misconception is that no matter what, if it's tipped or what, you have to have all three over across the line. That's both feet and the ball. So technically, like right now, if the official were to inbound it and they were to give it to McCray right now, he could technically get both of his feet over the line like he is right now. And if he were to dribble the ball on the other side, technically all three are not over, so that has not. So he can actually go back across the line.
Right. You'll see a guy take a step over.
I wouldn't risk
step
that,
back.
but yeah, I wouldn't risk that, but.
Yeah, this was
because you're also at the mercy of it. Remember having the officials know for sure that he didn't establish all three.
Right, and that could be a judgment call. I thought he was over with all three already. That's but I've seen guys take a step back, and fans go crazy. He went over the line. It's the 3-point.
You have to have all three, both feet and the ball. So now you've established all three. So you cannot go in the backcourt unless the ball is tipped. So Murphy, top of the key, pulls up. Rattles around, no good. Bagley with the rebound. Peters with Smoot all over him on his right side. Loses the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he got almost all the way to the basket. Then the help defense came. Michigan City is very, very tough with the help defense.
2:38 to go. The ball inbounded right to Henderlong. He gets his first basket of the second half. Give him 8 on the night. Going right up and in, trying to get that one for McCray, who goes up, no good, and we will go to the line and shoot 2 more for the Wolves. And I quit writing down the fouls at this point. I think everyone's got 17 at this point. So McCray to the line. He's got 8 points. First free throw, good for McCray. Again, we got those awards we're going to hand out. We got the Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. The Crowd Company's proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court. We've got the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Earn what you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And, of course, the proud Eden Home Play of the Game presented by the Region Sports Network. So Crown Point gives it up ahead to Rhodes on the left wing. Smothered on the double team.
Yeah, Michigan City seems to have subbed a little bit here.
Peters with the shot up, drives, gets fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, Peters seems like he can get to the basket either side, right or left. Doesn't really bother him one way or another.
Well, this is just proving my point, and I understand that it's not going to happen 100% of the time, but more often than not, if you make a nice drive to the basket, there is a good opportunity you're going to be either going to the line to shoot 2 or shoot an and 1.
Yeah, if you make the aggressive move, it always benefits the offensive player. Peters can get there just about any time he wants, it looks like.
So Peters, who scored 14 in the first half, now with 5 so far here in the second half. So this will miss for his potential 20th point of the game. But it's only because I started talking about it. As Murphy lost that one on the drive. Rhodes kicks it. Peters up. And he'll go to the line and shoot 2 yet again. The foul is going to be against Cowgill. And I believe that's going to foul him out of the game. Nope, that may be his 4th. Beg your pardon.
Yeah, he took that strong to the basket, hung in the air, drew the body contact. You're going to the line.
Now I'll give him 20 points. And it's not always necessarily because of body. It's being able, it's landing in that cylinder. That's kind of where, does he have the potential to land? Did you throw him off balance? There's kind of some judgment calls with it as well when you're looking at those things.
Yeah, when you're going up, you put the ball up where the defender can see it, and then you pull it back. He's automatically going to reach for it, which all of the principle of verticality, as I used to call it, no longer exists because your hand comes forward and he brings the ball back down.
Is that like one of Newton's laws of motions?
Yeah.
Principles of verticality, is that? This one dumped off.
Really nice pass. He just couldn't control it. Could have got an easy layup. Stuart Jones into the game. He's still a little bit cold. It's just...
Some people might have been asking for a backcourt violation there. He had all three established. It did not go over the line, so he's good to go. This one out of bounds. Michigan City ball.
Yeah, Rhodes got that up. Came back down with it right off his knee. It was a good hustle, though. That's what you like to see from your offensive player. Missed the easy bunny. Stayed with it. Just couldn't corral the rebound.
Down to the final 90 seconds in this one. Long-range three for Stewart. He knocks it down. He's had a few of those attempts. That's the second one that's been successful today. Still putting on that full-court press.
There was what you talked about, the back court.
Yeah, he had his feet on the line, so that's where it's not a back court, but it was very close.
Yeah, 1 foot over, 1 foot back.
Yeah, that's why it's not called.
Rhodes with a really, really nice drive to the left.
That was number 3, Caden Rhodes. Was that not? Yep,
yeah.
Caden Rhodes out there. Yeah, technically he had 1 foot over the line, 1 foot behind it. So yeah, passing that one back,
which is kind of hard to see right there in the Crown Point logo. You can't see the red 10-second line. They have a hash there that. But the officials were right on it still, so we'll give them credit too. They work hard every game too.
So Stewart at the line here. I know we've been saying there's been a lot of foul calls, but when the players are doing a lot of fouling, sometimes you have to call things.
Well, as aggressive as this is, both teams are really, really quick. Both teams go to the basket well.
Knocks the second one down.
Minute to go here. Michigan City pretty much opening up the bench.
So Rhodes down the floor. We got a little hook and hold here right in front of the official. Didn't disrupt anything, though. Rhodes with the left hand, rattles around and knocks it down. Hello, Caden Rhodes.
Caden Rhodes right to the basket. He's going to take advantage of this with the travel. Had the pass, couldn't get it off. Drug his foot.
Travel for Lemons as Jeremiah Jones comes in now. It'll be Upshaw to come off the floor. So Davion Davis out on the floor. Jeremiah Mojica. That's for Michigan City. We've also got Deshaun King out there as well. Molaski thought about pulling up for that three, but he thought against it, giving up to Lux. Braden Porter out there as well for Crown Point. And Reed Kagi out there for the Bulldogs as well. They're just kind of dribbling this one out.
They had a couple where I think the rule of thumb is under 30 seconds there. If I don't get the layup, I got to pass back out.
And that will end it as the Crown Point Bulldogs open up conference play with a 1-0 advantage. They get the win 77-51 over Michigan City, and they improve to 8-0 on the year for the first time since 2017. We will step aside, crunch the numbers. We'll be back on the other side of the break. You are watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Box is small, like Pet Supplies Plus. This one is large, like a big box store. In each, Stu, has carefully hidden a toy. Question is, which dog will find it first? Moose, no! You were so close.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, presented by Pet Supplies Plus in Crown Point. Michael Brenner here along with Ron Bradner. Dad, let's go ahead and name some award winners. We've got the Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. The Crowd Companies are proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court, and they do have offices open 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Yeah, we got Bryce Peters. Played a really good game, both halves. First half really kept the pace up for Crown Point. It gave him the 20-point lead, but he stayed consistent the whole game, got to 20 points. Crown Point really shares the ball. You could have had Shaw in there. Crown Point is just a dynamic five person on the court. Anybody can score. Anybody can pass. Anybody can rebound. That's just a really talented team.
Yeah, they got 3 of their 5 starters that average in double figures, and Peters was at 9, so I'm sure with this 20 points, and that's an unofficial number. That's just what I had written down, so may have missed one or added one or whatever. But that's why I'm going to put him in double digits now, averaging for the season. So that's potentially 4 of your 5 starters in double figures, and then you have a bench that can score at will as well. That's a really dangerous Crown Point team, as you said.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org.
Yeah, for Michigan City, you had Anthony Murphy. He controls the whole offense. He's the one. He's the plug that keeps them moving. He runs the offense. He can drive to the basket. He only up having 12 points. He missed some shots that I think he wish he'd have hit, but all around, he's the cog that makes Michigan City run.
I like it. Good stuff there. And our proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by the Region Sports Network.
I'm going to go with the play of the game. Even though Kobe Henderlong only scored 2 points the second half, he hit a key basket right underneath the basket with 2.5 minutes to go. They pushed the lead back to 15 when Michigan City was making a run.
All right, right under the basket there, and Henderlong doing good stuff underneath. One of the few seniors on this Crown Point team as well. All right, our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Our operations manager is Rich Castillo. Our coordinating producer and our on-site producer today was Zach Miller. Our sports director back in the studios is Mike Dewan. Your broadcast crew tonight, myself, Michael Brenner, along with my dad, Ron Bradner. I already mentioned Zach Miller, and then Clint Klaus doing a phenomenal job on camera as well as our intern Martin Murillo Jr. Nice job, gentlemen. Always a pleasure working with all of you. And of course the coaches, Coach Upshaw and Coach Swan for Michigan City and Crown Point respectively, helping getting us everything we need for the game today. And then of course the athletic directors, Sarah Krasinski, and then for Crown Point, Bill Derula as well. And, of course, you, the viewers, on Facebook, YouTube, regionsports.com, and IHSAATV.org. We appreciate you guys all tuning in. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, so make sure you continue to stay tuned and join us. We got more basketball coming up, and I'm sure we got wrestling coming up here soon as well. I know another DAC action tomorrow, Chesterton and Maryville, so that should be a good one right here on the Region Sports Network. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed your holidays. Best wishes for a great 2025. You've been watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.